Hey guys, how you going? Hey guys, you worried about the effects of 5G radiation? Well, let me introduce you to the affiliate of this video. They're called EMF Harmonized, and they filter out the harmful RF waves that actually damage our DNA. Kids are also more susceptible to the RF waves than adults are, and what they do is EMFs clump together red blood cells and cause lots of problems. This technology prevents that. And as you can see, they have products for your phone, your tablet and your computer, as well as your body. You can actually buy these for your body. So if you'd like to help a fellow truther and help me out as well, please check out the affiliate link down below. They also actually have a video showing you the red blood cells, how they clump together with 5G radiation, and how this technology protects you from that. Okay guys, if you're interested, check out the affiliate link below. Thanks guys. Hey guys, before I start, I would like to thank Sam and Danielle and all my PayPals and Patreons and everybody for just listening. I do appreciate all of you. Okay, I'm as slow as a wet week. Oh my goodness. I cannot get motivated. And time seems to be just flying past me. Like before I know it, it's midday and I'm thinking, where did it go? And I'm forgetting to, it's probably pretty bad, but I'm forgetting to eat my breakfast because it's later in the morning when I actually eat it, because time is flying past. It's probably because I have my head in all the information from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. I'm looking at all the information that I can. So, and also guys, I want advice from you guys. I want your help. Do any of you have implants? I am researching very hard on this right now. Does anyone have dental implants? And if you do, can you please tell me your experience with them? I'm hearing pretty much 50-50 on both sides, and I really want to get them done. I really, just because of what happens with the dentures, I would really love to get them done. I've shaved my dentures down so much that the top plate is nowhere near as big as it's supposed to be. I actually years ago bought an electric nail file and I filed them. I filed the top one down because they feel like you feel like you look like Bart Simpson with that extra bit of front face on around your mouth, you know. So yeah, I would like to hear anyone's experience. If you have had implants done, if you had problems, what were the problems? If you've had it done and it's fine, please tell me. I'm really trying to do some really deep research, and I think the best way to get the information is from people themselves, because I know that the dental places will try to sell you stuff that, you know, might not work out. So anyway, thank you guys if you, in advance if you can help me out at all with any information on that, because I'm having some internal arguments with myself. Yes, very much so. I would love to get it done, but then again, if they can help you to regrow your own teeth, would the implants then prevent that from happening? I'm trying to think of everything. I'm trying to come at everything from every point of view, to playing devil's advocate and everything, just trying to get the right information, guys. Okay, let's start off today with this. Now, this is a Hev Truth Seeker on Telegram. Okay, so I would advise you guys, if you can, please get Telegram. and follow me. From there, you can get all of the links to other parties, like this one, forwarded from this party here. Because I think I'm very shortly going to shut down Twitter and Facebook. I really, really don't want to give them anything at all. Not my time, not my business, nothing. So, not that I have much business anyway, but... okay, let's get on with this. Let's have a look at this.
Give a hospital news broadcast for any UK news show. Start with a news presenter standing in front of an ambulance and provide imagery to ensure that those who haven't had a panic attack today will certainly get one now. Interview a member of staff who is wearing 642 masks and an astronaut's helmet and provide them with a script full of terms such as concerning, fatal and critical to ensure that everyone at home watching is made to feel as if they're minutes away from death. And finish by summarising the devastating scenario and provide any depressing negative statement about the overwhelming national decline in health and the ever-weakening NHS. Margaret Crumpets, ITD News.
And that's pretty much what they do. That's how the media operate. Oh my goodness. Okay, the next one. Oh my goodness, just... the man up at the local shop up the road here wears this, and I really feel sorry for him. I want to go up and say, please take it off. But anyway, this forwarded from Linwood. Sorry guys, I keep calling Linwood, referring to him as her or she, only because in Australia we would normally, a Lynn would be short for Linda, and it's funny because Sydney would also normally be a guy's name. So do please forgive me if I do refer to them as the wrong sex due to their name. I really do apologise. Okay, this just pretty much tells us that where to find the Isaac Cuppy information, if you know what I mean. And she said, get a hold of yourself, woman. I wanted to correct some misinformation on describing Isaac Cuppy's key or password to the Jeffrey Epstein blackmail video files. The key to the files is inside the quotations. I posted the key on Parler several weeks ago before I was removed from the site. I received the information from a credible source who hired me as counsel, and her identity is and shall remain confidential. I do not know if my involvement helped reveal the blackmail tapes. I hope it did. Must stop the pedos and the trafficking. The risk I took was well worth the potential benefit to the world and the children. I did not involve General Flynn. The key was not used in any manner by me as it relates to Chief Justice John Roberts or former VP Mike Pence. My posts related to potential wrongdoing by those officials are based on the evidence of a credible whistleblower not related to the video files. Lynn. Okay, and this next one. This is why I say you might want to download Telegram. Please follow me. You won't get this information pretty much. I don't know if you'll get it off Twitter and Facebook, to be honest. Australia will not be intimidated. Rejects big tech's pleas for leniency. Facebook Inc. CEO Mark Zuckerberg's call to Australian lawmakers for leniency over plans to regulate tech giants and force them to pay for news sourced from local media outlets has been roundly rejected by Canberra. There you go. They want leniency and over the plans to regulate, and it's been rejected. The leniency has been rejected. They're going to go in there. And this was Trump talking about everything going on, all the crimes and everything, and Pelosi was sitting right there. And Project Veritas has released some Facebook Insider, but it looks like... okay, I'll just read this. Hours the video of Zuckerberg and executives admitting they have too much power. Facebook wants to work with Biden on some of their top priorities. Biden issued a number of executive orders we as a company really care quite deeply about. So he said, I tried to listen to it and his voice was rubbing me the wrong way so badly I had to turn it off. I can't listen to the guy. He pees me off. His voice just... Maybe just because I know what he stands for. And I'm not going to play any of it, but please do follow. You can even go to Project Veritas. They're on YouTube. Okay. This one from the Los Angeles Post Life News. Planned Parenthood spent $45 million to get Joe Biden elected, and he just rewarded them with a $127 million payday. That needs defunding. It's different, like, okay, circumstances. If you are attacked and you become pregnant from an attack or something, like, there's different circumstances where, I mean, I think we need reform on everything. I don't know. I don't think that would happen if we had good reform on everything. I don't think people would be attacking as much. And if we get all the corrupt off the streets and change the way the media operate and the way that we are programmed they try to program us to think, then these things wouldn't be happening. I honestly think a lot of our problems in this day and age are engineered. And it even goes as far as the normalisation of it all back when, Hugh Hefner again. Okay, forwarded by Joe M. Being honest, all this Facebook and Twitter Veritas leaks looks to me like leaked by purpose by Zuckerberg himself. What does it show at all? It shows how arrogant and important these people see themselves. It looks like a proof that they are better and more important than anyone else. It looks like permission to eliminate all the others because they are so much better, because they saved America. No, I don't think that's a good way of narrative. We need another one. We should not waste our time listening to their America Savior narrative. We need to write our America Savior narrative. I don't know if this is the real Joe M. Is it? Trust in Zabmick. That's the way it goes, not Zuck. Just ignore Zuck and Twitter. Just delete them. They're not even worth to be punished. I don't think that's how Joe M writes. They are nothing to us. Ignore them. The same is to buy silver. Don't be stupid. Who owns most of the silver? They own the silver. So why do we put our money in their pockets? Okay, but is this the real... I'm getting confused. And I did click on this. I joined the channel to see what it was because I'm just unsure of this at the moment. I remember Joe M saying that one of his accounts were fake, and I can't remember which one it was. Okay, so silver, I've got no idea. I have heard that from other places, but I'm just not sure. They are saying that the buying silver was to line the pockets of the elite so they could cover their losses from GameStop. So that's why I say don't listen. You gotta do your own research. You really must do your own research. And that's, in a way, why I'm here. That's why I just read these things too, and I give you a bit of my thoughts, is because I'm trying to get people to think for themselves. If you look at something and, you're thinking, you can normally work it out when you really start thinking about things. Okay, but he did have some good points here. The strongest weapon is our narrative. If we lose our narrative, we lose our unity and everything. The biggest danger are the enemy, JFK killers, which are central banks, their owners. Who's paid by central banks? That's where we go, where we stay, ask and research. And we should, because that's where everything comes from. Pretty much in the beginning, it's funded by the globalist banksters. And that's been known for a very long time. And if you haven't, please go and watch. It's a documentary and it's 3 or 4 hours long. The Money Masters or the Money Makers. It's under both. If it's a 3 or 4 hour long documentary, please watch it. It really is a very good documentary to watch, because you'll get the history of what happened with money. Please think further, blah blah. Myanmar, and what's next? They can overrun Myanmar in 30 minutes. Afterwards they'll say we saved the world again, with the, that thing against this thing, and oh my goodness, and a coup they made to themselves to steal our attention. I don't know who he's responding to. Okay, maybe just keep going. Okay, fact check this. Fact checkers didn't exist until the ugly truth started to get out. That's right. And this is where I wrote, not sure what this is about this, okay? No, notice, you don't even need to believe in Sabik. It's enough to unite under the legend of, because that thing, because that's the difference. We have a legend, and what do they have? I don't know. I just don't know. And then again, Joe M could just be having a bit of a moment like I've had the last few days, where it's been a bit hard to think. Oh dear. Well, I haven't been looking at things. That's why it was hard to think, because I wasn't looking at anything. I wasn't getting the information. So I was still thinking about other things and how it's all going. But yeah, I wasn't keeping up with it. Okay. Oh, apparently there's a big police operation in the city of Toulon, France, as a box containing at least one human head was thrown out of a window. Is that a warning to someone, or is it one of the elites people that they just, who knows? Who knows? I mean, I could theorize about that one all day long, really. And that's all critical thinking is pretty much like, what could it be? Why would someone do this? And you think, okay, police officers and detectives who are working cases are conspiracy theorists. There you go. Because that's what it's kind of, I'm not saying I'm a detective, but it's kind of like that way of thinking. You've got to consider all options. And you can consider things without accepting every single one of them. It doesn't mean you accept all the options. It just means you consider them. So, okay. I responded to this one here. Just in, the Biden administration has lost track of 20 million vaccine doses. They're worried that the crucial supply is boxed away in warehouses, sitting idle in freezers or floating elsewhere. Politico. The blame has then been placed on the Trump administration, with Julia Morita, a member of Biden's transition team, claiming that Biden's team did not have enough information during the transition process. But hang on. Didn't Biden just say that he was the one who arranged all the vaccines and not Trump? So he took credit until something went wrong and then blamed Trump. Yeah, okay, I get it now. Yeah. An exclusive. No, that's not Lady Gaga with Hunter Biden in a picture before an orgy. It's some other woman smoking crack. Huh. I wonder if this was part of the insurance files. That's interesting. Something doesn't look right here. Okay, can we zoom in on this at all? I don't think we can. No, I can't. Oh, I'd have to... Yeah, I'm just worried, like... Then again, no. It just looks she's got like a really weird torso and something missing. I don't know. Anyway, maybe it's just, I don't know. I have no idea. Who knows? But anyway, apparently it's not Lady Gaga and she's not with Hunter Biden and orgies aren't happening, you know, nothing's happening. Nothing to see here. Let's move along. Oh dear. Okay. Apparently Trump incited another erection. This is the second time I've heard this. This is inciting erections all over the place. Oh dear. The erection thing's getting painful. Please seek help. And it's an actual video, and he does say erection. Yeah. Then there's this. Okay, we're going from something funny to something serious. Okay. Apparently singing in your garden is not allowed under communistic rules, okay? And this lady, and this is in the UK, and this is why I say you got to follow me, I'm not going to play the video, but this lady gets arrested in front of her children for singing in her garden. Okay, so that shows you that's pretty much communism. That's what that is. And I responded bingo to this one from Drain the Swamp News. The swamp runs deep. First, Melissa Hodgman, and now this. See yesterday's post for Hodgman Decode. Oh, okay. Jen Psaki's brother is Jeff Psaki, who works as portfolio manager at Citadel. At a press conference when asked about the stock market and Robinhood, GameStop, Jen responded and said they would take care of it, with Melissa Hodgman as new director at the SEC, wife of Peter Strzok. And Jen's brother working at Citadel LLC. The picture is a lot clearer on how this all operates. So what say you? Or in Australia, what do you reckon? Oh dear. It's interesting, I'll say that. At the very least, this is very interesting. Okay, protests against central bank's dictatorship continue. Wall Street protester today. They want us to bail them out. They want Janet Yellen to make phone calls for them. They want to shut down trading. Are you kidding me? These schmucks in Wall Street or Greenwich can do whatever the hell they want to with no repercussions? Okay, I think if anything's going to unite the people, guess what? Because the left was going after Wall Street years ago with Occupy Wall Street. Do you think we can combine left and right for unity against these? Seriously, you're going to need to go and watch the documentary or listen to it, The Money Masters. It's 3 or 4 hours long and it explains exactly what these people have done. Okay, apparently Anderson Cooper from CNN is doing a hit piece on number 17. This is him with his brother and his mother when he was a kid. Zoom into the painting in the back and look closely. They're going to expose themselves. Can I open this? I can't even open this in a new tab. Can I zoom? I can't zoom. No, okay. Guys, if you can take a screenshot of this and zoom in. I hope some of you know how to take screenshots. If you're on a Samsung, it's your power button and your volume button or something on one side and the other. And I know on a Nokia, it is your power button and your down volume on the same side. On the iPhone, I can't remember what it was. I did have an iPhone years ago. I cannot remember. There is a cross here. 3 little boxes. Another cross here. I can't see. I'm blind as a bat. I can't see, but there's a person in here. 2 angels. Someone's got a bird on their head. I don't know. I can't see. And some wicked little thing in the middle here. Can't see what that is. But symbolism. Symbolism will be their downfall. And poor little Anderson Cooper was... This is Gloria Vanderbilt. isn't it? I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure abused. And I just read the Australian one. Hungry, we must fight for our digital freedom against big tech. So we've got countries all over the world starting to stand up. So that is a very good thing. We need everybody on. The goal is to get everybody together to fight them, like instead of fighting each other, which I'm getting a lot of in my comments, people trying to argue points. Instead of arguing with each other, we need to go at, you know who we need to go at. Okay. I think by now we all know the score, and we need to unify. Enough of black and white, enough of left and right. How about we get together, and once we do that, you know, the cards will fall where they may. Seriously. Okay, this one from Melissa Leggett at Melissa Leggett 4. Discernment isn't just the ability to discover hidden things. It's the ability to handle what you find. Knowledge is nothing without the power of God to proceed in wisdom. And I can honestly say that I didn't think of that. I didn't think it is also the ability to handle what you find. But it is. That's part of it. You might discover things and you have to be able to handle it because it's going to get rougher. We're going to discover a lot more. It's going to get more and more ugly what we discover than what we've already seen. Okay, and from Grace, really graceful, what's going on? And she's responding to Disclosed TV. Just in, more busloads of National Guard arriving in DC. Well, isn't that interesting? Stephen Crowder says, if you wear 2 masks, we're not friends. I think if you wear 2 masks, I feel really, really sorry for you. Yeah, because that's just insane. Okay, from 4 Days Until Albums at Real Bryson Gray, the problem with making false accusations of rape is the fact that the man's name is tarnished forever, even after it comes out false. Women like that should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, and I agree. You should never, ever, ever accuse a man of something he didn't do. When you've been through things that have happened that did happen, it's really hard to go to the police. That's just my experience. Sorry, guys, again. First words, unscripted Mike. Trump is rightfully replacing his impeachment trial lawyers who refused to present the evidence for election fraud because the future of our republic demands that it be shown. The courts wouldn't hear the case, so Congress must. And so must the American people. Let's get it on. Definitely. Let's get it on. Oh dear. Shah for real at Shah Not Sure says, but who shorted the airline stocks a week before 9/11? Who was it? Has anyone else mistaken shorten for snorted, or is it just me? Jet fuel can't melt steel beams, especially not at precise angles. What happened to Building 7? No plane hit it, yet it fell exactly like the other 2 buildings. This just goes to show that planes really had nothing to do with the buildings falling at free fall speed, disappearing into their own footprints. Can we say controlled demolition? For those who believe the official narrative of a government lie on 9/11, I feel sorry for you all. The United States government is the real terrorists. Now we have the NDAA, Patriot Act, DHS, TSA, plus many more than I don't care to name to contend with. We are less free than we were 20 years ago, and for those who think this country is the best and the freest in the world, you've been fooled while also exhibiting Stockholm Syndrome on a massive scale. The United States government attacked itself and killed thousands of its own people on September 11, with the help of Israeli and Saudi Arabia. For those who are unaware, research the Hegelian dialectic thesis, antithesis, synthesis. Yeah, okay, you know what I mean. The tenants of TC7 included the CIA, the DOD, the Secret Service, and Rudy Giuliani's emergency bunker. The SEC was using this building to store 3,000 to 4,000 files related to numerous Wall Street investigations, also was not struck by plane. WTC had no major fires, yet this building at 5:20 p.m. collapses in 6.2 seconds into its own footprint on September 11th. It does not take a genius to realise 9/11 was perpetuated by the US government and not Muslim terrorists. Definitely. Oh yeah, and by the way, if a building is going to turn into dust, a passport or passports will not survive, and they won't look nice and clean and good as they did that day. Yeah, anyway. This one from Sean Hannity. Former FBI lawyer receives pathetic probation punishment for doctoring email in Trump-Russia probe. So they get a 12-month probation and 400 hours of community service, because this is what they do for each other. That's what the corrupt do for each other. This is why we would need to work together to get it all out there. And it doesn't matter which angle you're coming from. I do believe we're going to meet in the middle in the end. I really do. Donald Trump Jr., good but disgusting thread. Apparently the solicitation of young men was common knowledge among Weaver's associates and other politicos. Yikes. And this one's from Maggie Astor at Maggie Astor. 21 men told me John Weaver, a Lincoln Project co-founder, sent them inappropriate messages including explicit offers of professional help in exchange for sex. 11 of them spoke on the record, far more than I could detail in one article. Allegations became public this month in AM Con Mag and an open letter from Garrett Herron, one of the men Weaver messaged. My and Danny Hackham's reporting shows how widespread the harassment was. 21 men came forward within days and how aggressive it got. One of the most extraordinary things was how much of an open secret this was among the men Weaver commonly targeted, young, gay men interested in politics. 3 men told me they described the harassment to a friend, and the friend guessed it was Weaver. The harassment was also extremely well documented. Almost all of the 21 men I spoke with were able to provide extensive screenshots. Together they run from 2015 to 2020. The youngest victim I spoke with was just 14 when Weaver started messaging him. In a statement after the allegations were first reported earlier this month, Weaver said he wouldn't return to the Lincoln Project from medical leave. He acknowledged inappropriate messages which he said he thought were consensual at the time. Many of the screenshots, though, show young men clearly that they didn't want a sexual relationship, and Weaver acting shocked that they would have interpreted his messages that way, saying this they misunderstood. Here is Weaver's statement in response to my questions about specific allegations in this article. Mr. Weaver, in response to questions about specific allegations, reiterated his statement from earlier this month and said, "I'm so disheartened and sad that I may have brought discomfort to anyone in what I thought at the time were mutually consensual discussions. In living a deeply closeted life, I allowed my pain to cause pain for others. For that, I'm truly sorry to these men and everyone for letting so many people down." Okay, I don't care what happened in your past. You don't have to carry it on. Once you are an adult, you know right from wrong. New Lincoln Project statement. John Weaver led a secret life that was built on a foundation of deception at every level. He is a predator, a liar, and an abuser. We extend our deepest sympathies to those who were targeted by his deplorable and predatory behaviour. We are disgusted and outraged that someone in a position of power and trust would use it for these means. The totality of his deceptions are beyond anything any of us could have imagined, and we are absolutely shocked and sickened by it. Like so many, we've been betrayed and deceived by John Weaver. We're grateful beyond words that at no time was John Weaver in the physical presence of any member of the Lincoln Project. So they say. Anyway, it doesn't matter what you do. Look, it doesn't matter what pain you have. When you're an adult, you should know right from wrong and not to cause pain to others. I know some, you know, we've all stuffed up here and there, but not this. This is just, and they did know. Them saying they didn't know, they did know. Just like Hollywood, they knew. This from John at John Here to Help. How long before the Lincoln Project is nominated for a Nobel Prize for all their good works too? Just like BLM. This one from Conspiracy Bot at Conspiracy Bot. If it's a good idea, force isn't necessary. So if things are a good idea, you don't need to make them mandatory. You don't need rules and regulations to force it. This one from Jack Pasobic. Good morning. Biden lied about the $2,000 checks and the Lincoln Project grooms 14-year-olds. We are 1.5 weeks into the new administration. Oh, not to mention all of the executive orders he signed in 1 week, which I'm not even sure any other president signed in their whole time of being in power. Have they? Okay, this one from American Patriots at AmericanPats_. Is big tech already turning against Joe Biden? Twitter is really allowing Biden lied to trend? Thanks, Twitter, for contributing to a Biden presidency, then almost immediately having voters' remorse. You did us in at Biden lied. Is there more to this? They have a plan. They want to do what they can to get JB impeached so Camilla can take over. Yeah, yep, that sounds about right. But then she's just as bad. That'll just expose her being at the top as well then. I think each one that steps up to the top should then be arrested. Not only for these things, but for stepping in and taking it, and yeah, you know what I mean, against the people. The Bradford File at the Bradford File. Trump spent 4 years combating child predators. Democrats funded the Lincoln Project. Spot the difference? And it's not just left and right, guys, because as we know, there's a lot of Republicans involved as well. It's the people versus the top 1%, pretty much. That's what this is all about. It doesn't matter who you are, which side you're coming from. We are all going at the same thing. And this is the same thing. History repeats itself until we learn. This is why we have to go through this right now. We need to learn. And we need to teach our children and our children's children not to let this happen again. Okay, on the pyramid, the pharaoh sits at the top. The government officials are next. The soldiers under there. The scribes under them. The merchants under them. The craftsmen under that. The peasants down the bottom are the slaves. So the peasants would be the ones working for them. And the slaves are the rest of us. The craftsmen are people who actually put things together for them. The merchants are the ones who move things around for them. The scribes are the ones that rewrite history for them. Soldiers protect them. Not all of them, because there's a lot of soldiers that are good and can see what's going on. Government officials protect them as well. See how that works? It's the same thing again. I keep forgetting to heart these people. I'm so sorry. I'm honestly, I'm just trying to keep up with things. So please, if I have read your Twitter out and I haven't hearted it, please excuse me. I've got to go back through all the bookmarks and give them all a heart. So Stephen David at SteveOB59. So Dictator Dan spent $7.7 million and counting on representing himself and his deplorables at the HQ inquiry. Lawyers not hired to help reveal the truth or provide answers to the 801 families of his victims, but to provide him, ministers and bureaucrats with get-out-of-jail-free cards. Because that's what they do. Again. And this, oh my God, I had to share this because this is... I said this. You watch this be able to go, no problem. They open just in time for it. Senator Penny Wong. This is our little Chinese infiltrator. The ox represents determination, diligence and strength. Our Chinese New Year celebrations have begun in earnest. The ox represents determination, diligence and strength. Wishing everyone a positive and prosperous year ahead. And then some bullcrap. Yeah. So this is one of our politicians. This is a Chinese infiltrator. That's what that is. And then you had people, oh my goodness, the comments. The absolute... Oh, yeah, I had... Yep, you couldn't manage a Happy Australia Day post. And this one, please run for PM Penny from this girl, Geek Girl at Rosie X. Oh my goodness, how stupid do you have to be? Sorry, but that is... Yep, see, I wasn't the only one. Russ Connor said, Christ, don't wish that on us. And Greg493 said she would be dismantled as our most shallow politician. It would be great to watch. And that's about it. But oh my goodness, the stupidity. Oh my goodness. Another one from Conspiracy Bot. Hi, I'm Gary Webb, author of Dark Alliance. My book exposed CIA smuggling crack into Los Angeles while the Reagan administration shielded drug dealers from prosecution. December 10, 2004. I committed suicide by 2 shotgun shells to the back of my head. Any questions? And it might not have been the Reagan administration, yes. It may not have actually been Reagan himself, as we can see with Trump. I'm not saying he's a good guy. I'm not saying he's a good guy. All I'm saying is, as we can see with Trump and JFK, anyone who tries to do good is absolutely demonized. And how do you shoot yourself in the back of the head twice with shotgun? Please, please answer me that if you have any possible way you can commit suicide that way. I just don't think it's possible. I mean, a shotgun's a big gun. I mean, you've got to hold it with 2 hands and somehow shoot yourself in the back twice? That just doesn't make sense. Okay, from Not Another Nasty One at nasty1_not, I just posted this on Gab. Wake up, Western Australia. 1 patient and the government forces you into a lockdown for 5 days. You are already out panic buying, making sure you have enough dunny paper to last till December. The world is laughing at you, you brainwashed pack of puppets. It's scary to watch all you zombies. Australia is all but lost. I can't wait to flee from here. Too many are asleep. Too many are brainwashed, and our country has been given away to Muslim immigrants, sold off to China, and if we are white, we have to kneel down to everyone. F that and F off. And I agree, the only problem is, okay, with the panic buying, some people might be, but you know what they did last time? My son was working as a manager in a supermarket at the time, and he tried to order extra toilet paper. He was not allowed by the company. Tell me where the shortage came from. They had plenty sitting in the warehouses, but the companies were not allowing people to buy, like even the store managers to order more toilet paper to keep up with supply. So I believe that any shortages you come across are going to come from all these big supermarkets that we love to shop at. I think we need to go back to basics. You need to find a good butcher, someone who sells meat, a small person. Find a vegetable shop or stop on the side of... We have places on the side of the road here in Australia. Sometimes you have a little truck sitting there selling different vegetables or fruit. Call in and help them. The people on the land. They are actually... And there's no little middleman trying to get more off you. But the butcher's different, because the butcher actually has to cut the meat up. So they do have, you know, they have things to do after it's been to, after they get the meat. So, but it would be nice to buy straight. I'd love to buy straight from the farm with the meat. I think you can too now. Online, I think you can order organic meat and grass-fed meat, which I would suggest that you do if you know about grains and GMOs, that you go after grass-fed beef and meat, and that you can order them online straight from the farm. So anyway, that's, at least in Australia you can, and I do believe in other countries it is possible that this is going on as well, but you're not being told about it. Okay, sorry guys, it's going to be a long video. Cerno at Cernovich says, if donating to Trump is grounds for cancelling a person, seems to be that everyone who donated to John Weaver's Lincoln Project, Project Pedo, is complicit in the grooming of underage boys for sex. And then this one from Traditional. I think I read that yesterday. Did I? Okay, anyway. Oh no, I started here, I think, yesterday. I'll read this one anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the last one. Traditional Canadian Girl, Canadian Girls 99. Yeah, I did read it yesterday. How many more child sex trafficking scandals is it going to take before regular people realise the establishment are the ones behind it all? I'm so tired of people literally choosing to be blind. I'm tired of people who don't care about this issue. And honestly, we all are. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there for today, and I will... Okay, it's going to take me a few hours to put this together and upload, so you'll probably get it... for Australia, it'll be later on this afternoon, and for overseas, well, UK, it'll be probably their morning. Yeah, and probably US as well, by the time you get it. Okay guys, I hope you have a good one, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Okay guys, bye.